Welcome to the ultimate celebrity showdown. For over a decade, two music industry giants have been locked in a battle of egos, awards, and artistic expression. The feud that has captivated the nation, sparked heated debates, and left us all wondering what's next. From staged dramas, leaked phone conversations, rift involving the Kardashians and Selena Gomez to social media squabbles. Get ready to dive into the tumultuous history of Ye and Taylor Swift's infamous rivalry. September 13, 2009, the MTV VMAs. The feud between the two began in 2009 when Ye interrupted Swift as she accepted the Best Female Video Award for her video "You Belong to Me" at the MTV Video Music Awards, which took place at Radio City Music Hall, New York on the 13th of September. Actor Taylor Lautner presented then-girlfriend Swift with the award. Swift, after receiving the award, began her speech but was interrupted by Ye, who hopped on stage and grabbed the microphone out of her hand and yelled, "Yo Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'ma let you finish, but Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time." 2010, the next year, Swift released the track "Innocent" on her Speak Now album. The song alluded to her drama with Ye. According to her, the song is about forgiving Ye for what happened that night. Later on, Swift returned to the VMAs stage to perform the song. The performance begins with some footage from the infamous 2009 ceremony, then leads into Swift crooning in the chorus, "It's all right, just wait and see, your string of lights is still bright to me, who you are is not where you've been, you're still an innocent, it's okay? Life is a tough crowd, 32 and still growing up now." The song was widely interpreted as a dig at Ye, with many calling it condescending and disrespectful. October 2010, Ye said he had to leave the country, appearing on the Ellen DeGeneres show. He affirmed that following reactions to the incident, he basically had to leave the country, living overseas for a while.
I literally left America. I stopped doing music altogether. I just took some time. I went to Japan.
When asked, Ye shared, "I feel in some ways I'm a soldier of culture, and I realize no one wants that to be my job. I'll never go on stage again, but will I feel conflicted about things that meant something to culture that constantly get denied for years and years and years. I'm sorry, I cannot lie about it in order to sell records." March 2012. All seemed well between both singers as Swift wore a shirt from Ye's clothing label as part of her fashion spread for Australian Harper's Bazaar. June 16, 2013, the next year, Ye said he takes back his apology to Swift. While everything seemed to be at peace between Ye and Swift, things escalated 3 years after Swift performed "Innocent" at the VMAs. On June 2013, Ye sat down for an extensive question and answer, then the infamous moment with Swift was brought up. When asked if he regretted the outburst, Ye stood by his decision to storm the stage. "I don't have one regret. If anyone is reading this waiting for some type of full-on flat apology for anything, they should just stop reading right now." He told the New York Times, "I have as a human being fallen to peer pressure." August 20th, 2013. Years later, Swift is finding humor in the encounter at the MTV VMAs, as is apparent as she writes the infamous words Ye said to her on a jam jar gift to Ed Sheeran. February 8th and 9th, 2015. In 2015, Ye and Swift made headlines when they were photographed together shaking it off, smiling, and having a conversation with each other during the 2015 Grammy ceremony. During an interview the following day, Ye told Ryan Seacrest, "Swift came up to me right after Beck won the Album of the Year Grammy over Beyoncé, like literally afterwards, and tells me I should had went on stage. This is the irony in my life." He goes on to say she wants to get in the studio.
Any artist with, an amazing point of view, perspective, fan base, I'm down to get in the studio and work.
7 months later, Swift revealed in the Vanity Fair September 2015 issue that she was gradually considering Ye as one of his friends. She said, "I feel like I wasn't ready to be friends with him until I felt like he had some sort of respect for me, so it was the same issue and we both reached the same place at the same time." Then Kanye and I both reached a place where he would really say nice things about my music and what I've accomplished, and I could ask him how his kid is doing. I became friends with Jay-Z, and I think it was important for him for West and I to get along. As for the rumored collaboration, we haven't planned any, but hey, I like him as a person, and that's a really good nice first step, a nice place for us to be. August 30th, 2015, at the 2015 VMAs, Swift presented Ye the prestigious Video Vanguard Award. While it would be the rapper's remarks that ultimately generated the most chatter afterwards, it was a big moment when a grinning Swift took to the stage to present an award to her one-time foe. She said, "I first met Kanye West 6 years ago at this show actually." She explained that the rapper's debut album, The College Dropout, was the very first album she and her brother bought on iTunes when she was only but 12. She continued by saying, "I've been a fan for as long as I can remember because Kanye defines what it means to be a creative force in music, fashion, and life, so I guess I have to say to all the other winners tonight, I'm really happy for you and I'ma let you finish, but Kanye West has had one of the greatest career of all time."
West has had one of the greatest careers of all time.
That same month he gifted Swift flowers, who went on to write on Instagram, "Kanye sent me the coolest flowers with the hashtags Kante2020 and BFFs 2016. The famous lyrics, on February 2016, he dropped his album, The Life of Pablo. He included a track titled Famous, which shaded Swift with the lyrics, "I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex, why?" I made that famous after receiving backlash for the controversial lyrics. He clarified on X that he had an hour-long convo with Swift about the line, and she thought it was funny and she gave her blessings, but Swift's rep said something different. They shared a statement with Billboard saying, Kanye did not call for approval but to ask Taylor to release his single, Famous, on her Twitter account. She declined and cautioned him about releasing a song with such a strong misogynistic message. Taylor was never made aware of the actual lyric, "I made that famous." Later on, as Swift accepted the Grammy Award for Album of the Year, she said, "I want to say to all the young women out there are going to be people along the way who will try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments or fame, but if you just focus on the work and you don't let those people sidetrack you, someday when you get where you're going, you'll look around and you'll know that it was you and the people who love you who put you there, and that will be the greatest feeling in the world." It didn't end there. For months later, West premiered the famous music video which featured naked lookalikes of himself. His wife, Kardashian, Swift, Rihanna, Chris Brown, and several more in bed together at a star-studded event at the Forum in Los Angeles. This was heavily criticized by multiple stars, including Lena Dunham, who called the clip one of the most disturbing artistic effort in recent memory. June 16, 2016. The following month, Kim Kardashian graced the cover of GQ and paired it with an in-depth interview where she talked about how Swift had approved the lyrics through a recorded phone conversation between her and Ye. In her words, "She totally approved, she totally knew that was coming out. She wanted to all of a sudden act like she didn't. I swear my husband gets so much for things when he really was doing proper protocol and even called to get it approved. What rapper would call a girl that he was rapping a line about to get approval?" She goes on to say Swift totally gave the okay. Rick Rubin was there. So many respected people in the music business heard that conversation and knew. Swift's rep countered this allegation in another statement sent to Billboard. It reads, "Taylor does not hold anything against Kim Kardashian as she recognizes the pressure Kim must be under and that she is only repeating what she has been told by Kanye West. However, that does not change the fact that much of what Kim is saying is incorrect. They only spoke on the phone once in January 2016. Taylor has never denied that conversation took place. It was on that phone call that Kanye West also asked her to release the song on her Twitter account, which she declined. Kanye West never told Taylor he was going to use the term in referencing her. A song cannot be approved if it was never heard. Taylor heard it for the first time when everyone else did and was humiliated. Kim Kardashian's claim that Taylor and her team were aware of being recorded is not true, and Taylor cannot understand why Kanye West and now Kim Kardashian will not just leave her alone. July 14, 2016. The saga didn't end there. In a teaser for the July 17th episode of He's Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim went on further to defend talking about Taylor in the ongoing feud with Ye. In the clip, she said, "I feel like I've had it with people blatantly treating my husband a certain way and making him look a certain way. Kanye is always so honest and speaks his mind. When we were first dating, everyone would talk about me and he always had my back. At this point, I really don't give a so I'll do whatever to protect my husband." July 17, 2016. 3 days later, Kim released a series of Snapchat videos of Ye speaking with Swift on the phone. In the clips, Swift seemingly signed off on the controversial lyrics and even called it a compliment.
For all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex.
Later that same day, Kim posted on her X handle that it was National Snake Day. They have holidays for everybody, I mean everything these days, she posted alongside a series of snake emojis throwing subtle shades at Swift shortly after the videos were made public. X went wild and the hashtag KimExposedTaylor Party became a worldwide trending topic. Swift denied it on a post on Instagram. She posted, "Being falsely painted as a liar when I was never given the full story or played any part of the song is character assassination. I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative, one that I never asked to be part of since 2009. Taylor's friends jumped in to defend her. Selena Gomez tweeted, "There are more important things to talk about. Why can't people use their voice for something that matters? Truth is last thing we need right now is hate in any form." Chloe Grace Moretz also spoke out against Kardashian's actions in releasing the videos, which led Khloe Kardashian to clap back against her. Ruby Rose also intervened. She tweeted, "Yo Chloe, I thought you were rad when I met you, but this is awful and this is a 19-year-old girl. Nobody likes being bullied or made to feel worthless, yet so many people go above and beyond to make others feel that way." Martha Hunt also tweeted, "It's pathetic how quick our culture is to sensationalize a fabricated story, take interest in the real problems, spread love." West proclaimed this episode a victory for himself. He said to a crowd at a Drake concert in July 2016 where he came on stage to perform their collaboration, Pop Style, that he was glad his wife has Snapchat 'cause everyone can now know the truth. 2017, the next year, Taylor Swift announced her new album, Reputation. Before breaking the news, she teased the release with a couple of snake emojis on her social media and when the album eventually dropped in November 2017. Some of the songs alluded to her feud with Ye and his then-wife, Kim. They include, "Look What You Made Me Do," "This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things," "I Did Something Bad and Call It What You Want." 2019, 2 years later, Swift and Kim cleared the air about where they stood following the feud. Kim appeared on Andy Cohen's Watch What Happens Live, where the host asked her if there was still a beef between her and Swift during the show's Squash That Beef segment, and Kim replies, "Over it. I feel like we've all moved on." Later on, she revealed she'd rather be stuck in an elevator with Swift than Drake. Swift on her part reflected on the drama in a March 2019 interview with Elle. She said, "I learned that disarming someone's petty bullying can be as simple as learning to laugh. In my experience, I've come to see that bullies want to be feared and taken seriously." A few years ago, someone started an online hate campaign by calling me a snake on the internet. She explained that the symbolism of the snake and how she claimed it as her own helped her overcome the negative memories. She also added, "It would be nice if we could get an apology from people who bully us, but maybe all I'll ever get is the satisfaction of knowing I could survive it and thrive in spite of it." April 26, 2019. 3 months after announcing she had moved past her drama with Swift, Kim Kardashian seemingly shaded her by posting a collection of snake jewelry on her Instagram story at the same time Swift released her highly anticipated single, Me. Fans took it to be a not-too-subtle dig at Swift. June 30th, 2019. Following news that Scooter Braun's Itheka Holdings agreed to acquire Scott Borchetta's Big Machine label group, meaning that Braun would own Swift's entire catalog that she released via the label. Swift released a statement on Tumblr noting that the news brought her back to the incessant manipulative bullying she has received at Braun's hand for years, she wrote. Like when Kardashian orchestrated an illegally recorded snippet of a phone call to be leaked and then Scooter got his clients together to bully me online about it, or when his client Kanye West organized a revenge porn music video which strips me naked. Now Scooter has stripped me of my life's work that I wasn't given an opportunity to buy. Essentially, my musical legacy is about to lie in the hands of someone who tried to dismantle it. August 25, 2019, 2 months later, Swift shared a 2009 diary entry from the week of the initial incident, which she revealed in extras from her Lover release. She wrote, "The things that can change in a week. If you had told me that one of the biggest stars in music was going to jump on stage and announce that he thought I shouldn't have won on live television, I would have said that stuff doesn't really happen in real life. Apparently it does." September 18, 2019, Swift opened up to Rolling Stones in September 2019 about the time surrounding the infamous phone call with Ye. She explained that it was as a result of various events leading up to the call that caused her to be pissed off when Ye called her a. She said she really grew sick of the dynamic between both of them, adding that he would reach out to reconnect in private only to act differently in public, which she continued to look past because all she ever wanted after the incident in 2009 was for him to respect her. She said she hated that about herself, but that was where she was. She revealed they'd go to dinner and stuff, and he would say really nice things about her music at the time. She alleged that he even called her to present the Video Vanguard Award to him as a public display of their reconciliation. Swift said she was so stoked that he asked her that, but when West got up on stage, he commented that MTV used his and Swift's interaction to boost ratings. She added she realized just how two-faced he really is. He wants to be nice to me behind the scenes, but then he wants to look cool, get up in front of everyone and talk. It was it for Swift after the release of Famous. In her words, "When I heard the song, I was like, I'm done with this. If you want to be on bad terms, let's be on bad terms, but just be real about it." March 20th, 2020, for years after Kim shared the edited phone call, extended portions of the lengthy conversation were leaked online late in March 20th, 2020. In the video, he explained to the pop star about another controversial lyric he planned to rap about her at the time. It goes, "To all my Southside that knows me best. I feel like Taylor Swift might owe me sex." He also asked Swift to tweet out the single as part of the release campaign. Swift said the line wasn't mean even expressing relief. He wasn't calling her that stupid dumb, but she hesitated to give out her stamp of approval and to release it on her massive Twitter platform right away. March 23, 2020. Taylor Swift responded to the phone call leak with Ye through a post on her Instagram stories. She wrote, "Instead of answering those who are asking how I feel about the video footage that leaked proving that I was telling the truth the whole time about that call, you know. The one that was illegally recorded that somebody edited and manipulated in order to frame me up and put me and my family and fans through hell for 4 years. Swipe up to see what really matters. The World Health Organization and Feeding America are some of the organizations I've been donating to. If you have the ability to, please join me in donating during this crisis," Swift said, directing fans and supporters to organizations that were in need during the coronavirus pandemic. March 24, 2020, Kim responds to the leaked phone call. She tweeted, "To be clear, the only issues I ever had around the situation was that Taylor lied through her publicist, who stated that Kanye never called to ask for permission. They clearly spoke, so I let you all see that. Nobody ever denied the word was used without her permission. She also denied claims that she edited her Snapchat footage from 2016 and defended her husband's right to record his musical process as an artist. Swift's publicist was provoked by Kim's tweet, and she in turn published an unedited original statement that reads, "Kanye did not call for approval but to ask Taylor to release his single, Famous, on her Twitter account. She declined and cautioned him about releasing a song with such a strong misogynistic message. Taylor was never made aware of the actual lyric, I made that famous." She also wrote, "P.S. Who did you guys piss off to release that video?" Also, Kim's younger sister, Khloe Kardashian, commented on the issue, praising her sister's lawyer-like instincts. She tweeted, "I was about to go take my ass to sleep, but then I just saw my sister post a couple tweets. Kimberly, you betta. Kim is my lawyer for life. My sister and lawyer. December 6, 2023. The next time we hear anything about the feud was 3 years later when Swift reflected on the feud between her, Ye, and Kim in an interview with Time. She called it a career death of sorts. In the interview, Swift said, "Make no mistake. My career was taken away from me. You have a fully manufactured frame job in an illegally recorded phone call which Kim Kardashian edited and then put out to say to everyone that I was a liar. That took me down psychologically to a place I've never been before. I moved to a foreign country. I didn't leave a rental house for a year. I was afraid to get on phone calls. I pushed away most people in my life because I didn't trust anyone anymore. I went down really hard." August 3, 2024, on his long-awaited album. Vultures to with Ty Dolla $ign, he featured a lyrical reference to Swift's romance with Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, performed by Lil Wayne. It goes, "I twist my Taylor spliff's light at the end like Travis Kelce." Hours later, Swift wore a t-shirt during her Eras tour performance in Warsaw that some people interpreted as a subtle response to the quip. It was tagged, "I bet you think about me." And that's the story of one of music's most infamous feuds. Kanye West and Taylor Swift's tumultuous relationship has captivated the enthused Kanye West and Taylor Swift feud, a tale of ego, artistry, and the blurred lines between genius and madness. Their decade-long drama has fueled headlines, broken records, and reshaped pop culture. As we close this chapter, one question remains: will these two music titans ever find common ground?